Welcome back, Broncos. This is Billy Huang.
And this is Katie Priest.
Welcome to the Poly Post Now.
Serving you the most leading news now.
For this week's news headlines. Are you looking to fix your faulty electronics and want to do it yourself but don't know how to get started? Cal Poly Pomona's Maker Studio is now implementing their repair cafe for any students on campus with interest and a little bit of free time. The Repair Cafe is a program that was made into a reality by Joseph Belton from the Physics and Astronomy Department, who believed that all students at CPP should be able to learn about why their device is broken while getting them fixed at a much lower cost. To learn more about what they do, please visit the Maker Studio on the second floor of the library. They are open every Tuesday from noon to 5 p.m. Cal Poly Pomona's Career Center hosted its first Education Expo of the spring semester on February 7th. The Education Expo welcomes students to speak with potential employers from school districts in California to gain more insights on what their future might be like or even get potential job experiences before graduating. If you want to attend the next event, the Career Center plans to host another Education Expo on Friday, March 3rd, and more events can be found under the Events tab on Handshake so you can plan your schedule accordingly.
The Cal Poly Pomona Asian and Pacific Islander Student Center and other student organizations hosted several events throughout the Lunar New Year, including the Lunar New Year Luncheon hosted by Centerpoint Dining and the annual Lunar New Year celebration hosted by the EP.6. Numerous shows and performances are also curated and ran by many student organizations. Many on-campus organizations, including the APISC, take the opportunity to educate students about the importance of Lunar New Year. Students who wish to meet others at CPP with similar traditions, cultures, or beliefs, or those who wish to learn more about certain cultures can visit any center for transformation, retention, equity, and empowerment. Cal Poly Pomona philosophy professor Thomas Keith is leaving his mark on the independent film industry with his fifth film, How Does It Feel to Be a Problem? Released in 2021, the film focuses on the past and present history of systemic racism in the United States through a series of interviews. Directed, produced, and co-written by Keith, the documentary has won multiple awards, including 2 awards in the Best Documentary category and 1 Best Director award. CPP is hosting a screening of the film with a discussion this spring.
Welcome back, Broncos. This is your Poly Post Now Sports Recap. I'm your host, David Townsend, and here's this week's rundown. In baseball, the Broncos started out the season Friday, February 3rd, sweeping the University of Colorado Springs, in a 4-game series at home. Most recently, on Friday, February 10th, the dominant force of the Broncos at home defeated Colorado School of Mines in another 4-game series 3-1. Saturday's first doubleheader game went into extra innings, with the Broncos coming out on top in the 11th inning, 4-3. The Broncos now sit at 7-1 to start out the season. Moving on to men's basketball, the Broncos have been struggling late into this season, losing 5 of their last 7 games, putting them at 11-11 overall this season. Head coach Greg Kamansky stated his young team needs to be more physical to win games. The Broncos hope to capitalize off a momentous win Saturday, February 11th, against the Cal State Monterey Bay, 73-63, as they travel to Sonoma State Thursday, February 16th. Fighting for a playoff spot in the CCAA Conference, the women's basketball team have won the last 2 games at home after struggling on the road with an overall record of 14-8. Controlling the game on Thursday, February 9th, the Broncos defeated San Francisco State 71-43. The team then rallied back 69-64 on Saturday, February 11th, against Cal State Monterey Bay after being outscored in the first half 32-28. The women's indoor track and field had an impressive start to their season on December 10th, with junior Ayanna Fields finishing the 60-meter final dash in 3rd place with a time of 7:50. The team most recently traveled to the 2-day Minnesota Massive Heat Meet on Friday, February 10th to the 11th, where Ioana Kinot won the 60-meter event on the first day, overcoming her personal best with a time of 7:61. Ayanna Fields currently holds the first place nationally in the 200 meters, but didn't stop there, becoming 3rd in the nation in the 400 meter, beating her personal best with a time of 53.92. To cap off a strong weekend, the Broncos 4x400 relay team of Jalen Thomas, Arissa Hatcher, Kenyat, and Fields crossed the line with a time of 3:44.76, placing them 7th in the nation. The performance comes best with the NCAA Indoor Championship on the horizon Friday, March 10th. As for the men's and women's outdoor track and field teams, their season starts Thursday, February 23rd at Mount Sac for the Kamaka Invitational Meet. The men's track and field team look to defend their title after going 24 years since winning the CCAA championship last year. Keep up with all things Broncos sports at broncosathletics.com and stream games on the CCAA network all year long. Back to you, Katie and Billy.
Thanks, David. Now for the recap of this week's latest news. CPP Maker Studio implements a repair cafe.
The Asian and Pacific Islander Student Center hosts its 20th annual Lunar New Year celebration.
CPP Career Center hosts its first education expo of the semester.
Philosophy professor Thomas Keith releases his 5th film, How Does It Feel to Be a Problem?
For more information on this week's news, you can head to thepolypost.com. This has been Billy Huang.
And this is Katie Priest. See you again next time for another 5 minutes of Polypost Now.